suidombo jigirana ri ndugarana ye ndugarana ndugarana ye narini narini ndugarana ye jigirana ri Jesu idombo Jesu idombo narini narini Jesu idombo kuzvikirana ri ndogara naye narini ndogara naye kuzvikirana ri Jesu idombo narini narini Jesu idombo kuzvikirana rini ndogara naye narini narini ndogara naye kusvikirana ri Jesu idombo Jesu idombo narini narini Jesu idombo kusvikirana ndogara naye ndogara naye narini ndogara naye kusvikirana rini. Right, vana vezimbabwe, ndotaura kuti sanganai neni wenyu shepherd bwanja bambo bwino bwanjino. Nyaya yatoda kutaura nezvayo panapa ndeyekuti you have seen whatever is happening in the MDC at the moment. What we have seen is the death of what we call democracy in Zimbabwe. I don't know people who are supporting these moves. That are they? Are you guys for real to support whatever is happening in Zimbabwe at the moment? Are you for real, guys? I'm just thinking if we are for real to say, look, whatever has happened in the MDC ever since is what we call one vote, one man, one vote. Remember, the ideology of one man, one vote is the idea that led Zimbabweans to go to war. Ian Smith did not allow Zimbabweans to go and vote for parliamentarians of their choice. They had reserved seats for themselves to the extent that blacks were not allowed to choose members of parliament. Then as a result, people were not happy because of that rule. And then they went into an armed struggle to try to rectify everything that Smith was doing wrong. And one of the core values of Zimbabwe struggle for independence was the one man, one vote mantra. They wanted, if you go and vote, your vote will be counted as one. So 40 years down the line, are we still enjoying one man, one vote in our country? The question is, are we still enjoying one man, one vote mantra in our country? Is the government allowing the people of Zimbabwe to choose members of parliament of their choice? This is the thing that we need assistance in. If I look at whatever is happening at the moment in our country, there is no rule of law. When other countries say Zimbabwe has got no rule of law, then people would go and say, these are lies. Zimbabwe's got rule of law. Zimbabwe has got this and that. But what we are saying here, guys, is there is no rule of law in our country. There is no democracy in our country. This has been proven by the events that we have seen today, where an ordinary member of society is just picked at random to say, look, you are going to be a member of parliament for a constituency, and remove an elected member of parliament and replaced with a friend, replaced with someone who has just been picked from the streets, replaced with a person that Zimbabweans rejected. Is this what we call one man, one vote? Is this the election that Zimbabweans hope will say, okay, fine, we have gone into an election in 2018. We elected members of parliament in 2018. And those members of parliament are the members of parliament we talk to. We talk to say, look, come to us. We want this done. We want that done. A lot of people were wondering why MDC councils were not delivering. I used to tell people that it's not about delivery. It's about who controls the government. I'm glad that the people of Zimbabwe have resisted the control of these councils by ZANU-PF. So this is why you see ZANU-PF now knows that they've lost everything. They've lost control of all major cities. And to gain control of major cities is to decimate the popular vote. One man, one vote mantra. That was which is the footing for democracy. If you want to build a house, you put footing down there, and that is footing for democracy. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that we want to discuss here and find out if we as Zimbabweans, we are watching. Thank you. As we as Zimbabweans, what are we happy with what is happening in Zimbabwe at the moment? Are we happy? People of Zimbabwe, please come here. Let's discuss. Are we happy with what is happening in Zimbabwe at this juncture? Watch the people. For example, let's go back to events that occurred in the MDC in the past 2 weeks. This is exactly what the Youth Assembly was saying. The Youth Assembly took over control of Harvest House as a youth assembly because Zimbabweans have surrendered MDC as a part to 3 people: Thokozani Kupe, Morgan Komich, and Douglas Monzor. These 3 people have acted as the MDC. They have made decisions for millions of people. For instance, last election, MDC was voted by 2.6 million people. And those 2.6 million people are the people with the voice. But surprisingly, those people will have been destroyed. Right. So if you see in the events that occurred in last, let me say a week now, after the Youth Assembly took over control of party headquarters, we watched some youth, some people. I can't say youth; these are old men who wore bowed heads, and these guys, they went on to threaten an elected official of the party by the name Paul Gorekore. They were so aggressive, and they wanted to kill Gorekore. These guys are from MDC. Thokozani Kupe, as we all know, she is someone, Neukona, thank you so much. Thokozani Kupe is someone who is short-tempered. Thokozani Kupe is ill-natured. She's someone who can eat someone alive. So his youth that he surrounded herself with, we saw them at Harvest House when they were standing at the door. They were threatening to kill poor Gorekore. They were saying, Gorekore, you have sold the struggle. Gorekore, you are a sellout, and we want to deal with you. We want Gorekore to die. This is from Thokozani Kupe's youth. Soon after those threats, we saw petrol bombs being thrown at MDC headquarters. This is how Douglas Monzora wants to do his politics. He wants to bomb MDC Harvest House. This is the second or third time Harvest House has been bombed by the same culprits. And these culprits are led by a guy known as Murimoga. And the police has never even arrested Murimoga. Despite that, the police know who are the culprits. If you look around Nelson Mandela, there are those buildings around Nelson Mandela, they've got CC televisions. So those CCTVs, they've captured him. If the police are serious with their investigation to see who bombed Harvest House, they can request those companies around with the CCTVs to say, look, this is the guys, these are the people who bombed MDC head office. Right, it was bombed right in the central CBD, Central Business District of Harare, Harare CBD. This is a scared area where near government offices. This is where MDC head office was petrol bombed twice in a week. So this must be the threats to democracy. Threats to democracy, that's how they image. What we are seeing at the moment in Harare is an attack on democracy. An attack on people who are exercising their rights. It's an attack on democracy. Why is MDC Thokozani Kupe doing all these bad things? Why is it Monzora is attacking the MDC now? His type of politics, ladies and gentlemen, has disappointed the people of Zimbabwe. Monzora's type of politics is not the type of politics that suited MDC. MDC has never been a violent party. When Monzora went to take over the control of MDC head office, he got support from the Zimbabwe National Army Presidential Guard. He got some soldiers from one commando, and he was escorted by support unit, ZRP support unit, to go and invade Harvest House. And all the youth who were there, they were held hostage. And some of those youth are still missing. This is type of politics that even Changirai never brought to the party. So we created a problem. We created our own problem in the MDC by voting the likes of Monzora. We are ourselves to blame, ladies and gentlemen. We have allowed this man to destroy the party that we built. His type of politics disappoint even the dead. Morgan Changirai, wherever he is sleeping, he is not happy with what is transpiring in the part. He left an intact part that has disintegrated. And this disintegration being led by a party official, the people elected to say, look, we are entrusting you with the administration of MDC. And someone entrusted to carry out administration work of the part has destroyed the part. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see all their claims that they are saying today, hey, Chamisa this, Chamisa that, and the Chamisa that. If we look how Chamisa ascended to the throne, he overwhelmingly got public support. Chamisa did not just live in Ngoma. Live here, yeah, live Ngoma William. This is live. I'm live on YouTube. This is live. I've posted on Facebook that those who want to join me, I've posted the link so that people can come and join. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm live on YouTube, but I've stopped doing lives on Facebook. Reason being, my Facebook account has been reported and has been blocked on several occasions. So when need comes for me to go live to inform the world, to inform Zimbabweans about what is happening in our country, then I won't be able. I spend a month off air because ZANU-PF people are reporting my account that I've said this, I've posted this and that. So what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is everything that we have had, everything that we have seen, Chamisa this, Chamisa that, Chamisa this and that. Chamisa came to power with overwhelming popular support. This is how Chamisa came to power. He did not elect himself. He did not impose himself, but he came to power with an overwhelming popular support, popular vote, popular support from people. Shimax Zomba, and Skwadini Mkomaida, Kwakasimba, and Nagasimba, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm talking about where is our one man, one vote mantra that led to the struggle for Zimbabwe. When youth raised issues about what is happening in our political party, Monzora ignored them. Kupe ignored them. Komishi ignored them. Hans, can you add? Let me see. Does it allow us to add Ngoma report, remove, put, hide as add moderator? Very good, Hans, add moderator. I'm busy now, moderator. Oh, Hans, can you add? I'm not sure. I'm not well versed in how to utilize this YouTube lives, but I'll read about YouTube lives soon. As soon as I finish, I need to do how I need to know how to go around it. Now I've added him. That a moderator. I don't know what a moderator does, but I think I've added him. That will be wrong as a moderator. Any stop the moderator hide channel, put use and timeout, remove report actions. This is something that I don't really know. I just added you as a moderator, so I don't know what the moderator does on this YouTube. I'm just learning how to use this YouTube thing. And the next live, you must be in that uniform here, camouflage. Thank you so much. I haven't been well, so I was getting out of camouflage so that a soldier, I felt a soldier, I no sneeze, I got every time. So this is probably the last live on YouTube wearing these civilian clothes. We must be magandanga when we are talking, because I know when I put uniform, it makes people feel like we need as soon as possible to get into action. So what I'm saying is, I was talking about one man, one vote in our country. Today you have seen Thokozani Kupe being appointed an MP, and that Pugen being a senator. These guys were never near 2018 elections, and Kupe was dismally performed dismally bad, or she was defeated outright. That was an outright defeat, where she contested as a president and got less than 45,000 people countrywide. And this means the people of, she got 0.001% of the vote, and the people rejected her. So she's being forced down the throat of Zimbabweans, which is not democracy. That is not one man, one vote that we went to war to fight for. So we now see when we say Ian Smith was far much better than ZANU-PF or Mugabe or Mnangagwa, this is what we mean. That if you see us saying Ian Smith was far much better than ZANU-PF, or Rhodesian Front was far much better than ZANU-PF. Freedom M costs posted. I'm not sure what is this all about. What I'm saying is we can MDC Alliance, some things from MDC Alliance. Hello everyone. I would like to inform you about what government is planning about MDC Alliance and its leaders and followers. The ZANU-PF have brought guns, trucks, tankers from Russia and China for exchange of diamond, gold, and elephant horns. The reason why MDC Alliance MPs and councillors are being recalled is a strategy to dislodge MDC Alliance, make it weak as it. They want citizens to be angry, demonstrate what that is when they will arrest Nelson Chamisa. After arresting him, he will be poisoned. It is a strategy by Emerson Mnangagwa and Chiwenga to eliminate him. People of Zimbabwe, it's time to unite and pray for our leadership. Soon, something is going to happen before December. Some leaders will die and innocent people, please post my post admin. I want everyone to know and share this information with everyone connected to MDC Alliance. This is information being sent by Freedom MDC A Costa. He's saying something has to be done as soon as possible. What ZANU-PF is trying to push people, but before December, something is going to happen and some leaders are going to die. This is what people are saying. It's posted on another MDC. I don't think it's MDC page, but people are just opening lots of pages. This is social media. You don't have control of this. Anything can be posted on Facebook. So we have got no control of anything that is posted. This is why you see a lot of things are happening. And can someone educate me? 2014 structures. People are geared for 2014 structures. We are part of Monzora, or we are only structures aiming to do something extraordinary. Chichaizvo cause hatichazivi kuti wekutevera kuti ini hangu kana tichibatana naDhagi plus leave me out or I quit politics because ndatotya sadza nehuku ini. So some people are saying what is really happening in the MDC at this juncture, where members of parliament are just recalled from parliament for no apparent reason. And a lot of people are saying, better kusiyana ne politics. Some people are saying that people are frustrated, really. So what I was talking about is one man, one vote in Zimbabwe. And what I'm talking about is Chamisa's ascendance as well. Chamisa did not impose himself, did not choose himself to be leader, but he came to be a leader, or he rose to be a leader, or he came to power with the popular public support. This is what Chamisa got. So when youth last week raised issues which were largely ignored by Monzora and Kabao, youth decided that MDC cannot die. We cannot leave our part in three hands. These people are not the owners or directors of the party. These are elected officials like anybody else. So every decision that has to be taken by MDC is a decision that has to be taken collectively by MDC with its National Standing Committee chaired by Thokozani Kupe. Unfortunately, this is not what is being done in the party at the moment. These are the people who said, let's respect our constitution, MDC constitution. Let's follow our constitution. Let's be be lawful. Let's follow what the Supreme Court said. And now people want the Supreme Court judgment to be implemented. They want to follow MDC Constitution, and these guys haven't been following MDC Constitution, but they call themselves constitutionalists. So this is what is happening at the moment. We've got an executive that is useless, that has never sat down to discuss any party business. Decisions are being made by two people and imposed on an executive which is there right now. So our founding father, President Richard Morgan Tsvangirai, intended to instill democracy in our party. His intention was to build a democratic party. Morgan Tsvangirai's intention was to ensure democracy is practiced in our party. This is why you see Morgan Tsvangirai wanted to preserve all the ideas or values of being a democratic party. Anything that Morgan Tsvangirai did, he consulted people. So what we are seeing today is Monzora consulting anyone? Is Monzora consulting the structures? All these decisions that have been made since the Supreme Court ruling was released, did Monzora spoke to anyone about that? Which I doubt. So why are we Zimbabweans allowing Monzora to do that? Why are Zimbabweans allowing Monzora to do that? Why are we allowing Monzora to take MDC that has got almost over 2.6 million voters who voted them in 2018, to take them for granted, to take them for a ride? What are we scared about, Monzora? Because the values of our father, the founding father, Richard Morgan Tsvangirai, are not what we are seeing today. I told you last time that Monzora and Kabao, they did an error. They made an error. Kupe didn't want to see face to face with Tsvangirai when he was alive, but went to cry at Tsvangirai's grave. So the will of our founding father is what the youth executive or the youth assembly is now championing. So what we need to do is we need to support the youth assembly at this juncture. We should not support whatever Monzora is doing. The guy has destroyed our party. The reason why he's destroying our party is to prepare for 2023 elections, which Obed Gutu said were done and dusted. Because these people, they want, by the time we get to the election in 2023, they want MDC to lose half of its supporters. So because people are going to say, why then do we need to vote when someone can just be handpicked to replace a person that we voted for? So this is the issue, ladies and gentlemen. So the youth want to preserve the ideals of democracy that were championed by our founding father, Richard Morgan Tsvangirai. You understand? These rebels we call the Kupes, the Monzoras, the Wakajgamari, the ZANU-PF to destroy MDC. They will never champion Tsvangirai's ideas. So the ideology of Morgan Tsvangirai has been decimated or destroyed by the likes of Monzora and the Kupe. These people, they worked hard during Tsvangirai's time to say, let's get paradze MDC. Ndosaka muri kuona nhasi hazvivanetse vakungoita zvavakuda vachiparadza pati yayo. Vakatanga ari Tsvangirai chai. Vanhu taifunga tiri kufamba naMonzora, but munoziva kuti ma-MDC, you guys, when we talk, sometimes the MDC people, you need to listen. We are where we are today because we are partially deaf. We don't listen when things are being said. Douglas Monzora was suspicious. People suspected Douglas Monzora long time ago. Suspiciously, people were saying the guy is a member of the CIO. Remember when he was going around with Paul Mangwana. Paul Mangwana and Nikki Mangwana are the leaders of this ferret force today. They've built a ferret force that kills Zimbabweans. And Monzora is part of them. If you see his ferret guys who were threatening Gorekore with death, when Gorekore said, no, guys, the party has gone to the dogs. We have allowed one man to take all the decisions of the party. And Gorekore was 100% right. How come Pugen has been picked up to become a senator and Kupe becoming a member of parliament? Why vote of no confidence on Monzora? This is why what we are saying, I don't really understand. Irene has written here. Where is the 2014 structure? The National Standing Committee at 2014. Where is it? You guys, why are you letting us down? You guys, were you paid to ignore what is happening in the party? Now, the Youth Assembly has taken the lead. Why can't you support them? Up to now, I didn't hear anything from Charlton Wende. I heard nothing from Tabitha Kumar. I heard nothing from Van Amos Bar. And these guys are quiet. They are part of the National Executive. And the chairperson Aripo, that Momo is still around. Kanaga resigner, the deputy wake Aripo anonzi Komich. Komich akatopanduka achakwanisa kudaidzira musangano. Andiri. So, we were so we want, guys, I don't really understand. Why is it this National Standing Committee or executive is letting people down? Why? We don't know why. The National Youth Assembly has taken the lead. Maikore leads the Women Assembly. She hasn't spoken. So people in the MDC are getting confused. Chamisa can not speak here because he was not in the National Executive. Ladies and gentlemen, why is the National Executive, the MDCT, is letting people down? Everything that is happening now, we blame them. Now, government it is suspending my by-elections, but they are allowing MDCT to hold an extraordinary Congress that will gather at least 5,000 people in one room. But they are saying we can't hold by-elections. Instead, they are hand-picking people to say you are now an MP, you are now an MP. Where is our one man, one vote went? Whatever powers Tsvangirai had constitutional powers installed in him. What are those powers? We want to hear from the National Executive. What were Tsvangirai's powers? If Tsvangirai had formal constitutional powers granted by the constitution of the party, what were Tsvangirai's powers? Can someone come and explain to us? Because some people are happy with whatever is happening at the moment. That's Brian Kagoro. So guys, we know we've got very good politicians, we've got this and that in our country. We've got the likes of Brian Kagoro, we've got Wanamkoma Alex Magaisa, quite a number of people. But guys, I'm now beginning to think a political party cannot be a political party of lawyers. And about lawyers, bagarema law chambers, tisema politicians, my positions. I think people who agree with me. We want politicians in political positions. Because if we had politicians, Patashikapa, the politicians will show you that they are politicians. Apachadi magweta ma lawyer. Anoziva kuti ndikangopotsa kutaura panapa ndakuvharirwa kujeri. Pakuda ma politicians. I think the problem that MDC did was to allow a lot of lawyers into these positions. And most of them are useless. We've got useless lawyers in the party. Useless people in the party. Because right now, with this, with everything that is happening, it's also we are still believing in the courts. I know my courts want to set precedents. We want to expose the judiciary, but we can still expose the judiciary with the lawyers coming from outside the party. Izvozvi hanzi Harvest House ine zvikwereti. Douglas Monzora zvese kwaenda achinotora vana madhuku achita sei. Hanzi Harvest House can be attached any minute nezvikwereti zvaMonzora. Performance dzakatora Monzora akakwereta zvinotyisa, vakatora mari yavakapuwa neparliament vakagowana. Vanhu vari kuzviona. Hanzi Fadzi is better at the Ministry of Education. She was ill-advised. Saka at the moment, lyrics. At the moment, guys, we need politicians to stand up. We no longer need say we need politicians, real politicians at this juncture, because the party has gone to the dogs. The party has gone to the dogs. When President Tsvangirai was not a lawyer. Morgan Tsvangirai was not a lawyer. He was a politician. If you look at when he appointed Chamisa to become vice president, Chamisa was not a lawyer. Chamisa was a politician. Chamisa itakasimka akakuma ari a politician. Wanyatsona paakutaurwa politics panapa. Since Chamisa became a lawyer, akabva mix up politics and law. When he mixed the politics and law, President Chamisa baakuti ma politicians tamba front, which I don't blame him, because he is not the first lawyer. Chamisa became a lawyer recently. We have got my lawyers who have been in the party since 2000. We have never been seen doing anything for the party besides what I and the court, Mitemo and the court. So let us say, this juncture, we want politicians. We want Chamisa to be surrounded by politicians. But Nagatera Mama statements I put on President Chamisa. Definitely, the guy is more into politics than law. Chamisa is more into politics than law. So we want politicians to back him. He doesn't have enough politicians to back him. Because with all the rubbish that has happened in our country, that was not going to be possible. That was not going to happen in our country. The government is trying to make it an illegitimate government. And we all know what legitimacy wants. It requires an election that appear to be free and fair. That is, that election, a free and fair election, we accord legitimacy to any president. And we must, an election, a legitimate election, produces a believable outcome to say, yes, the results are free and fair. And that confers legitimacy to a president. What we have in our country is an illegitimate president. And we have got an illegitimate, we now have a parliament filled with illegitimate members of parliament. People without legitimacy. People who were never given mandate by people to represent them in parliament. The purpose of one man, one vote is to make sure we elect people who are going to represent us in parliament. And if a president is elected with less than majority support, that president must not take a power because there's got less majority. It has got less majority. They had to scratch for a 0.00 something to say he has won with a 0.00 something. So that means he did not garner the majority to be president of the party, and he is an illegitimate president. He doesn't have legitimacy to lead our country. The same applies to Thokozani Kupe. She lacks a legitimacy to run our party. This is why we are saying, let's go for an extraordinary Congress. And that extraordinary Congress hakuna munhu anodzingwa kunzi Chamisa takamunyorera tsamba tikamudzinga kunzi akajoina another political party. Douglas Monzora went to Gweru and contested as Secretary General of MDC Alliance. Surprisingly, he was not fired from the party. He was not sacked from the party. Why did MDC not sack Douglas Monzora? He participated in Gweru, but went on to write a letter to say, Chamisa, you are sacked from MDC Alliance, from MDC-T, because you joined MDC Alliance, where you went and participated and lost. So that letter is null and void. What I'm urging here are the provinces. We have got 12 provinces. And those 12 provinces, what I'm urging them to do is to make sure that on nomination, they nominate President Chamisa anonymously. We are going to the 30th of November, extraordinary Congress, and Chamisa must be nominated anonymously. He must never be contested. So all the 12 provinces, I urge them to say on the nomination day, let's nominate Chamisa uncontested. Then we go for an EOC. Chamisa will be uncontested. Then we just go there to Chamisa, just like what we did Gweru. Let it be a repeat again to say Chamisa is going to be nominated and elected. Nominated unopposed, I'm sorry. And him on. Let's give Chamisa legitimacy of the part. Let's give Chamisa a majority of the part. Let's give him powers to deal with what is happening in the power once and for all. If you look at ED, he lost popularity. He lost that popular vote. Coupe lost popular vote. Coupe doesn't have popularity. She doesn't have this stamina to lead MDC Changrai. If you look at the results of 2018 elections, these are this is the line drawn on the sand to say, look, this is the line. Which side do you belong? Where are you? And more. Despite that, Supreme Court judge handed down a decision that ended the dispute and who is the leader of MDC-T. The dispute was ended by a Supreme Court ruling which said Thokozani Coupe is acting, and Thokozani Coupe has today announced that extraordinary Congress, the MDC Changrai, is going to be held on the 30th of November. So by the 30th of November, so my nominations anenga aitwa. We've got my provinces at 2014 essay, which are there. And a stupid person is saying all the recalled members of parliament and all the recalled people who were sacked from the party are not going to contest. That is not the Supreme Court ruling. The Supreme Court ruling said it recognizes 2014 structures. 2014 structures. And what I am saying now is Nelson Chamisa was in the 2014 executive, and Chamisa must contest. Chamisa must contest. Whether Chamisa likes it or not, we, the people of MDC, have said Chamisa must contest. The MDC Alliance izo. MDC Alliance haifi inogara iripo, because it's an alliance include MDC-T. It's an alliance include MDC-T. Saka alliance haifi. Chamisa, we are telling you as MDC, we are begging you as MDC to go and contest at extraordinary Congress. And I assure you, and as far as I know, all the provinces are behind Chamisa. And Chamisa is going to be nominated anonymously. That means there is no election is going ahead on the 30th of November because Chamisa is not going to be contested. So what we are urging is we are appealing to the masses we're appealing to Zimbabweans to say, look, Chamisa must contest. We want Chamisa to contest. I want Chamisa to contest. I want Chamisa to contest because the Supreme Court has recognized him as part of a 2014 executive. He was there with a portfolio. Despite that being a vice president was nullified, but he had a portfolio in the 2014 structures, and that should be recognized. So Chamisa must contest. We cannot leave our part in the hands of the thugs, in the hands of the people who are bombing our head office, in the hands of the people who are shrinking our support. So what I am urging is that Chamisa must contest at the extraordinary Congress, and provinces, I must nominate Chamisa. We have got 12 provinces, including 2 America and Britain. We have got 10 provinces to Zimbabwe. So we are saying if they want, exclude 2 external provinces because they've got no effect much. Let's just have 10 provinces to vote. And we know Harare, obvious, is gone. They're going to nominate Chamisa. Mashonaland West is going to nominate Chamisa. Bulawayo is going to nominate Chamisa. Malikaland is going to nominate Chamisa. Amashingo at Chatauri. So far, I've begged in 5 provinces that I know: Bulawayo, Manikaland, Mashingo, Harare, Mash West. These provinces, obvious, are going to nominate Chamisa. Chamisa so far begged in 6 provinces. So what we are saying is, with the 6 provinces, Chamisa, you have got an upper hand to defeat anyone in this part. Chamisa is going to defeat anyone. This is why you see ZANU-PF ZANU-PF is shivering as I'm speaking. Is shaking, is quacking with this Chamisa cyclone. So what we are urging is MDC people, myself included, I'm begging President Nelson Chamisa that by public demand, the people of MDC wants you to participate in the extraordinary Congress. So the nominations are going ahead. Anyone in the part is going to contest. Whoever feels like wants to contest, people should start going around mobilizing for support. Anything order. So what we are saying is, President Nelson Chamisa, I beg you, as the people of MDC, we want you to contest in this election, and we know you are going to be president of MDC Tsvangirai. Whether you like it or not, you've got no option, sir. Natuba Nevanu, MDC banditi, Shepherd, so far, atina candidate, and varipo, varikuzviti, hey, ndonzi Monzora, hey, ndonzi Kupe, hey, ndonzi. These are not suitable candidates for, for a presidential position. Saka President Nelson Chamisa, kana muchindinzwa nasi. Vanhu vari kuchema, that please, Vachamisa, can you participate here? Monzora, haasiri anotaura kuti veku MDC Alliance are not going to participate. Monzora akataura there is no political party inonzi MDC Alliance. Saka there is no political party inonzi MDC Alliance. Tikutora mashoko aMonzora akataura kuti hakuna political party inonzi MDC Alliance. Saka ve-MDC Tsvangirai vese takunoungana ku-extraordinary Congress. Wese angari under President Tsvangirai. Hakuna, Monzora akataura hakuna MDC Alliance. Kana tapedza zve-president, zvava ne-PDP, kana ikada kuenda noungana kuita zve-PDP vanonoita vapedza vodzoka ku-alliance. Saka munhu wese akanga ari under President Morgan Tsvangirai together ku-extraordinary Congress is ordered by the Supreme Court. Hapana anotambidza kuenda ikoko. hakuna party nhasi vakuti kune party inonzi MDC Alliance. Vakataura hakuna party inonzi MDC Alliance. Vakataura vana Kumchi, vakataura vana Monzora, tikavaudza kuti party iripo vakaramba. Saka vana Charlton Wembe mese makanga muri under Tsvangirai, vese vana Chibaya makanga muri maorganizer under Tsvangirai, vana Bebe mese muri maorganizers under Tsvangirai. So what we are saying is wese akaelectwa pa 2014, whoever was elected by 2014, you were recognized by the Supreme Court kuti ndo structure yatiri kuda iyoyo to go into an election and choose a president. Saka iyoyo structure iyoyo ya 2014 haina ari kubviswa, because kana patobva one ma replace haisiri ya 2014, yato a new structure. So youth assembly has got all the names, full names, my districts, my branches, machi at 2014. Youth Assembly has got it. And the organizing secretary, Bebe, has got all the names. The deputy organizer, Amos Chibaya, has got all the names. Evan waka electwa pa Congress at 2014. No akaendwa nawo nana Monzora mukoti vachitaura kuti ndo yatinoda kurecognize iyoyo. And it too says MDC Tsvangirai, people who rallied behind Tsvangirai, we are recognizing those 2014 structures. So what we are saying is wese munhu akanga ari pa Congress iyoyo, who participated pa Congress iyoyo, who was voted into the executive, please let's go for an extraordinary Congress. Vamwe vese vakazoelectwa later on amusauya zvenyu. Pakudiwa vanhu vakaelectwa kuCongress ya 2014 ndo vari kunzi ndimune mapowers ekusarudza, not munhu out of that. So we are using the Supreme Court judgment because it recognizes all those people, right? So I was looking at the recall process, which voters are supposed to recall members of parliament. Not that any individual can recall an elected member of parliament. That is wrong. And I want to answer a question and abvunzo. Hanzi kona Shepherd MDC, hanzi MDC pane munhu anditi hanzi muri kudya mari dzema-donors ma-MDC. Guys, let me say to you, hakuna mari dzema-donors dziri kudyiwa ne-MDC. Ameno kunana Monzora kana vachiwana mari dzema-donors. Pane vane magood CV for ministerial perks for Team Chamisa. Yes. So what I'm saying is, hanzi mari munodziwana kupi. Zvinoitika ndezvekuti, if you look at ZANU-PF, it uses public money. If you look at MDC Tsvangirai or MDC Ripo, it's largely sponsored by individuals. Makadi andini maona. Koza kune mama candidates vane mari dzavo. They do what we call self-financing. Saka hakuna opposition candidates vano access a public money. Only public money vanopuwa their representation. Iyo iya pane munhu andibvunza that question, ndikamutaura kuti okay, pandinoya live Manheru, I will be able to answer your question. Right. So guys, nyaya muri kuona anzipe. Nyaya muri kuona nyaya tikutaura panapa. Inyaya yekutaura kuti we have to go. Munhu wese who participated in 2014 Congress, you were recognized by Supreme Court to say you are currently office holder. No one has got right kukudzinga asina kukudzinga pa Congress. Whoever was elected pa Congress is the person ari kuzogara mu EOC imomo. Congress yapera kwakagarwa pasi kuappointwa vanhu ma-portfolios. They were appointed as per Congress, and those people are still valid and they still hold those positions. Saka, what these guys are trying to do is to try to kuti patosvika pa Congress panenge anonzi ma burnouts, but youth nyaya iri kurwadza mayouth eMDC, guys, to be honest with you, vari kutarisa their lifestyle. We've got a 21-year-old MDC, opposition political party, ine members of parliament vakutosvitsa ma5th term vari muparliament. So youth iri kutarisa their lifestyle nelifestyle iri kugarwa nevanhu ivavo. Pasaka maona patove nema-attitudinal change. Attitude yeyouth yedu yachinja. Vakuda kuti aiwa, guys, hatingaregerere party ichienda kune vanhu vakaita saivavo. Kwakukara hakusiri kurwira rusununguko. And vakuzvita mashefu. Andinoona. Saka the nature of campaigning yeyouth yedu has changed. Vakutaura kuti aiwa, takuda the true liberators, the true fighters of change. Hatisuda vanhu vane makaro nokuti under 10 years, 20 years in parliament, 25 years in parliament. Vamwe vanhu vanochemberera parliament chabuda hapana. Andinoona. Saka there is change in our party politics in MDC, and the youth have taken a center stage considering the lifestyles that these guys live. Because kana kutarisa vanhu vari muMDC muna mwakapinda muparliament vari ma25 years. Andimona nhasi dzaachemberi. Ndo zvatiri kutaura kuti ivavo vanhu vane ma25 years in parliament, what have they done to the people, to the struggle, and to the... If you look at the demographic of people in MDC today, let's look at the 18 to 24 years old. What do they have? What do they possess in terms of a lifestyle? These guys ndo mapadza ekuchera vamwe vanhu vachidya nyama. Ndo maburanyuchi, amonzo anonzi maburanyuchi, vamwe vachinanzva vachizodya huchu. Vamwe buranyuchi achinorumwa achiaka zvimba so tachirumwa nezano asi ari kudya huchi mumwe. So our youth are reflecting on the lifestyles of our members of parliament. Some have been in parliament for 25 years. They've done nothing. No one will encourage an uprising in the party. Vanhu ivavo kuti azviite haifaniri kufa yakatongwa nemumwe munhu, muri kunakirwa nei? You want to keep on muchiisa hama dzenyu neshamwari dzenyu muparliament and at the expense of MDC youth. So vari kutora stock of lifestyle. Vari kuona kuti even pa 2018 elections kwaiswa madouble candidates. Hama neshamwari dzichipfekerwa ipapa, vamwe vanhu capable people vachibviswa. Saka youth yedu yati izvozvo homakasi. Andimona, we've got 18 demographically. Tikatarisa 18 to 24 years people vari kuitei. Tikatarisa 25 to 44 years people vari kuitei muMDC. Then tikabva apo takuenda kuvakuru 45 to 64. Everybody ane 65 years chimbosuduruka mbichana. Because tikakuisa muparliament nhasi une 65 years, paunosvika 70 or 10 years to come 75 years, unenge wakudonzvera muparliament. Saka MDC youth yikutaura kuti aiwa, let's have a change in our party politics. Let's give part to the people. Let's stop militarizing the party. Let's give part to the ordinary Zimbabweans. Andinoona ndo hondo yamaona yasimudzwa neYouth Assembly yedu. If you look at these guys, they are starving. Vana vedu yama youth yedu, they are starving in the midst of plenty. Zimbabwe is one of the richest countries in the world, but our youth are starving. Our youth are starving. They're starving in the midst of plenty. And so what are we likely to witness in the future in our party politics? If we don't rescue MDC today from Douglas Monzora and cohort, so we are going to witness what you call election, an election, a fall. I mean, what I'm saying, election turnout will fall. But our election turnout will fall. So falling turnout, we're going to witness that in our future. Perhaps 2023 election. If we don't rescue MDC today from Douglas Monzora, then we are going to witness this. If we don't rescue MDC from Douglas Monzora, This corruption scandal that we have seen today, where Kupe has been appointed as member of parliament, but people rejected him. Douglas Monzora is pushing Kupe to be member of parliament. That is what we call corruption. That is scandal. On its own, it's a scandal. And if we don't rescue the party, then we are going to see a lot of these scandals. But actually appointed in our parliament who were never elected, who were rejected by Zimbabweans, by the electorate. So this is corruption. What we have witnessed today is part of corruption in our country. This is what we call a scandal, where someone who was rejected by the electorate is now being appointed into parliament. And we are likely to see our youth disengaging from politics. If we don't rescue this movement from Monzora today, the scandal that you have witnessed today, the corruption that you have seen today, will lead to disengagement of youth. So we need to rescue MDC from Monzora as soon as possible. So I'm saying to the people of Zimbabwe, this is time to rescue the MDC from Monzora. What we are going, yes, voter apathy. We're going to witness voter apathy. If we don't rescue MDC from Monzora today, that will be the death of MDC. So we must rescue MDC. I appeal to the people of Zimbabwe, the MDC cadres, founder members, youth assembly, that we must rescue this political party, MDC Tsvangirai, from Douglas Monzora. Because we are going to have voter apathy. We are going to see a lot of youth disengaging from politics. This general apathy will see the death of MDC. Because a lot of members are going to withdraw. Even those who we say were willing to give us 2 cents to say, guys, it is 10 cents, they are going to withdraw their support. Because the appointment of Thokozani Kupe into parliament, it's a scandal on its own. That is corruption. Ask them what criteria have used to say Kupe must go to parliament. What criteria? People rejected here. People rejected here. People rejected here. So if we don't rescue MDCT from Douglas Monzora has strangled the part. The part can't breathe. His knees on the neck. The part can't breathe. MDC can't breathe. So if we don't rescue it, there's gonna be falling turnouts. There's gonna be corruption and scandals that we have witnessed today. The people are going to disengage from politics or from MDC politics. We're gonna witness a general apathy, election apathy. Already, the morale is low in the party. Looking at the MDC youth, guys, let's rescue our part from Monzora. We should not we don't have to get rid of people with different views from us. People must welcome. Part I choose nekudzinga ma supporters. And then my voters, vega. So what I am saying, ladies and gentlemen, is let's rescue MDC from Monzora. If we don't witness, if we fail to do that, then the party is dead and buried. This is the age of democracy, guys. It's not age of autocracy. This is age of democracy. The environment that we should create in the MDC is an environment where the people take control of the party, not individuals to take control of the party. So we need to stand up and rescue the party. I beg every MDC supporter, let's come up together. Let's rescue the party from these sellouts. The environment that is in the party at the moment is not conducive for any support from anyone. Even the world is baffled that a rejected person has been put in parliament as a member of parliament. So we need to change the party. We need to change party politics. Our MDC politics must return and take a correct route. If we are saying we are constitutionalists, we support our constitution, or we live under constitutionalism, let's do that. Let's not go on public and preach constitution and go behind the offices and start practicing unconstitutionalism. Some people now are taking politics as a hobby. And some people have taken politics as a lifelong career. This is why you see we've got people in the parliament who have been there for 25 years now. MDC yakutoita ngecareer, yakutoita ngekambani yekuti pavanoretire vanohora pension kuMDC. Vachitoka kutarisai tichifamba murodhi vanenge vachiti marombe ayo ana Shepherd. Tiri kuitwa marombe in our political party. So what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we need competent leaders to take over our organization. We need professional people to be in positions, of power. People who think logically. People who want MDC to move forward. Because our youth are suffering, ladies and gentlemen. Our youth are suffering. And they've put this initiative to bring back order into our political party. Havana maresults iwayo inzwaendi kutaurire. Vanhu maresults iwayo havana. At 30 November havana. What's going to happen is, first of all, my provinces kunoitwa nominations. Politics MDC munoziziva kumana. We want a president. Saka ma province anopota nominations. Apana munhu wese anoda kucontesta, throw your name in the head. I'm going to throw mine in the head. I want to be MDC president as well. So I'm going to throw my name in the head. Saka panoitwa nominations. Monominator, province yonominator wainoda, province yonominator. These 10 provinces vakanominata Chamisa zvatopera. Saka maresults acho vanenge vasina. Chamisa can win the president anonymously. He can do that. And we can fight for that to say Chamisa must win. And the youth has started the initiative. Midlands already yakati Chamisa. Masvingo iri kuti Chamisa. Manicaland iri kuti Chamisa. Mash West yati Chamisa. Harare province yati Chamisa. Bulawayo yati Chamisa. As I'm talking right now, my provinces SAY are 6. Bulawayo yati Chamisa. Masvingo yati Chamisa. Harare yati Chamisa. Manicaland yati Chamisa. Masvingo, Mash West yati Chamisa. Saka Mash West, Manicaland, Midlands, Bulawayo, Harare, neMash West. Dzese dzati Chamisa dziri 6. Masvingo yati Chamisa. Bulawayo yati Chamisa. Harare yati Chamisa. Manicaland yati Chamisa. Mash West yati Chamisa. Midlands yati Chamisa. So far as I'm speaking, all 6 provinces are saying they are going to vie for Chamisa. So I am begging President Nelson Chamisa to say, look, this is what the people of MDC Tsvangirai wants. They want you to come back and lead. They want you to come and lead them. Vamwe is just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Vanhu vanokufarirawo kuti let's focus on president, but they are not presidential material. They've proved it. Their reputation is tarnished. For the past 3 weeks, they've proved that they can't lead a political party. And hakuna munhu anoiswa muparty muparliament nekuti ane connection. No, unoiswa muparliament nekushanda kwako nekuti vanhu vanokuda here. So the results of today have shown us. Let's take part back to the people. Let's take part back to the people. MDC must be taken back to the people. I learned a lot from Morgan Tsvangirai. Morgan Tsvangirai kana paitika dispute yakadai, he went back to the people to consult. Vanhu toitei, saka pakanobva kune vanhu vanenge ari armed with what people want. Saka makaona Tsvangirai akave so popular. Tsvangirai became so popular because what he picks from the people is what he is going to implement. Mukada kuona 2005 here, 2005 split year, 2005 Tsvangirai akasvika akaita veto everything because he was armed with what people wanted Tsvangirai to do and say. Anditi maona nyaya iripo. Saka, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was going to present to you today. Douglas Monzora has adopted the ZANU-PF way of doing things. Douglas Monzora is using violence against other members of the party. Douglas Monzora led to the bombing of our MDC head office today. You understand? So they are trying to use violence to try to cow MDC alliance people. Isusu, we are not a violent party. Interestingly, we've never been involved in any violence. Meanwhile, we've seen Douglas Monzora igniting violence in our party, and he increasingly becomes violent by trying to bomb our party. Monzora asadaro. So it has become quite obvious that he wants to be president of the party through violence. So we need to stop that. We need to stop that. He's a married man. His wife must knock sense into his empty skull. He's just an idiot who's trying to use violence to come to power. Such an inflammatory. Anzi can Pugen be a senator just like that? Pugen, agamboite. You understand? So what we want is a united MDC that will see us win an election. Saka, for today, guys, I think it's fine. Let's see Mangwana. Tataura today about one man, one vote. You can't put Pugen as a senator. You can't put Kupe as a senator, as a member of parliament. She stood as a presidential candidate and lost dismally. So we need our government to respect one man, one vote. And the commission, the Kupe. Honestly, is this what they've come up with? To say, look, in that parliament, we have to do something. And then, guys, so that is for today. It was Onana the other day, guys. Enjoy your day.